A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Monty Hooker with the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. First down throw here from Richardson. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This throw is caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
His first throw is an interception. And And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Working quickly here. Play action with Richardson. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
He's on the move. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal. Now a give running right. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just 1 yard on first and goal. Still 4 yards to go on second. It's a design boot. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pull out in front further, 13-zip. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Dumped off to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They are throwing it again. Dumps it off to his running back. With a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Throwing it again here. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Pass is cut at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Going ground on first and goal. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Go!
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Getting out to his left. Now he takes it. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Richardson. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw it. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Chased out to his right. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole tape, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
I came in nothing but some raps, the clothes on my back, them L-Dogs.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go in prime time. Returning it from the 4. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. Flush down now to his left.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. Into the second level past the 30. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go!
They'll come out throwing. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Finds his back complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Set, ready.
He'll throw it yet again. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Handoff now from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Hand off to the back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Into the hands of Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They... Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they've got to look towards the end zone. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks now lead by 10. Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle from...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
And the defense will not be beaten to the edge. They make the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
79 Broncos. Let's go.
Back to throw, here's Richardson. On the move, headed right. The ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they pick it up, time to push for that marker. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they...
And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. They'll set up here for the point after. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field. Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. Flushed out of the pocket. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed to his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come.
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! A Falcon has it! But he won't be able to turn the block into 2 points. They drag him down and put an end to that return. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And once again, they can't connect.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over.
On the set.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Where you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
19, try, 19.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his man Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing from the gun here. He fires one deep down the middle. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Ready up!
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set! Panther 11, Panther 11! Ready?
Now looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking for a throw here. He's on the move. Now he throws deep across the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Seahawks are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got it.